As a part of Coastal Awareness Week 2017, the Coastal Zone Management Authority Institute and IDB partnered to host a one-day workshop on the business and the environment. With a panel of local and international experts, the conversation focused on how the business sector's investment can help to strengthen the coastal environment.
Our target was the private sector to invite the businesses out. So we are normally speaking to the convertive, and so we were strategic in targeting the private sector, both those agencies that work with the private sector from the public sector agencies like Beltrade, Belize Tourism Board, to bring them into these discussions using and sharing experiences from the region. We want to encourage private sector to invest in restoration activities, to invest in activities that will support the very ecosystems that they rely on for tourism, for fisheries, for whatever aquaculture. So really, we want to hammer in that point that it's not only the conservation sector that is important in this discussion. We need to have that investment, and really we are seeing results of these investments and the impacts that they have in improving their profits and reducing their vulnerabilities.
On the panel is regional sustainable development expert Jake Keel. He has worked on a number of sustainability projects in the Dominican Republic. Keel says that there is mutual benefit between the business and the environment, and so it is critical to invest in coastal zone management.
In coastal tourism development, the primary assets that attract tourists in the first place are the local people and the local environment. So if companies don't invest in improving the lives and livelihoods of the local people and in protecting the assets, the natural resources, coral reefs, beaches, forest areas, then they're going to damage their own business. So we think that the private sector can be not only engaged to help promote environmental and community-led sustainability, but can also be leaders in sustainability. And so our company has worked in solid waste management, sewage treatment and reuse of water, coral restoration and integrated coastal management. We've worked with endangered species, and we've tried to encourage other companies in the region, in Punta Cana, to do similarly environmentally friendly practices and make the region a stronger destination. Not just our hotel or not just our property, but rather make it a regional activity. And so we think sharing best practices, sharing our experiences, both the failures and the successes, is key to increasing sustainability around the Caribbean. We find that the private sector is very driven by bottom line, but often has certain strengths that can be applied to environmental protection. And so when you complement that with solid partnerships with both foundations, with governments, with donors, with universities, you can really create integrated projects that are sustainable over time.
For more than 25 years, the IDB has worked in Belize and made significant investments in sustainable tourism. As a result, it is critical to strengthen that work with partnerships. The IDB's work in the region centers on integrated coastal zone management, with an emphasis on disaster reduction and increased opportunities for countries.
Tourism is a key development sector for Belize, and coastal protection is part of a sustainable development of this sector. So this is why for IDB it's really important to be part of this type of meetings and seminars, because we can talk about how we can build partnerships between private, public sector, the role of the international financial institutions, and how we can help to strengthen this sustainable development for Belize in the tourism sector. Regarding coastal management, the bank is promoting an approach based on ecosystem services, something that is not new for Belize, because here there's many experiences taking care of mangroves, taking care of coral reefs, because are important to reduce floods, to reduce the impact of hurricanes. So this is the same approach that the IDB is promoting in other countries, and we bring the experience from Barbados, Trinidad Tobago, Bahamas, and the experience for Belize, but because we are working in the same concept, the idea that we can reduce disaster by taking care of the natural resources, and at the same time we increase the opportunities for the tourism sector.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.